Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the co-op. Got everything kind of tied up in the house today. Had a little bit of a late start due to the fact it was raining earlier. Couldn't really do much. So today is another beautiful day to get back to the co-op and get things open, because we're not really needed too much today, actually. We're in that time of the year where farmers are kind of done putting certain type of chemicals on their fields. Right now, they're putting more like their fungicides and that kind of stuff, which we do carry, and we have had a couple of deliveries already given out, but nothing too serious. So since this is more of our downtime of the year, we've got a lot to get done. We actually got a delivery earlier of a couple more semi-truck loads over there where we're putting the pivots. Now we have to get on over there ourselves because we got to start digging it out and digging the trench. So I'm actually going to take this here Freightliner over there. Don't think we really need it for anything, but just in case we do need something over there, we at least have a Freightliner. Actually, my biggest excuse is we're using it to transport pipes. That's what I'm going with. So we went ahead and got all this stuff out here. We have a nice old JCB out here that we're using to move the pipes with. On top of that, we have a John Deere 7J with something that we're going to use to close in the gaps. On top of that, I don't even know how to pronounce this machine. We have an excavator, a good old Cat D4 dozer. Of course, we have that. And then, of course, we have the JCB from last time. So all this equipment today is going to be used to get pipe from right here all the way over there, which we've already figured out how we want to do it. So we just got to go ahead and get started. First things first, we'll go ahead and put this thing into turning around, drive it a little bit further back, right about there. There we go. Now we can just focus on getting this thing dug out properly. This definitely is going to take a little bit of time. Got to get used to using this thing. I've never used a JCB like this, or honestly, I've never used a backhoe this fancy. So it's taking me a little bit of time to get used to it. I need to move all this out of the way real fast. So what's the best way to do that real fast? If you know, you know. All right, get that fully out of the way now. Now that's out of the way, we can actually continue digging without having to worry. Raise these back up, reposition ourselves, put them back down. There we go. So we're not going to use this right here to dig it all the way out, but we are going to use this right here to dig it far enough to where we can actually get that big machine over there to start helping out. It's just getting it to that point is where we're having to do right now, because we also need to figure out what level we want everything to be at. Okay, so we need to unfold the tool. We want to go down to what? Probably just like a 1, wouldn't we? Confirm. Right now we should be digging about a yard down. That's our goal. We want to dig it at 1 yard down to the ground. Okay, got everything kind of figured out. Took a little bit longer to play around with this stuff and figured out this is a really cool mod, I'm not gonna lie. So we're just gonna hit that button and we're just gonna kind of bring it on back. So the line that we kind of have in there, yes, she's a rough line of where we want everything to be, but right now we're not too concerned, because right now we're wanting to dig this thing all the way out. I guess we're not gonna be able to reach that. We'll just throw it over there for a minute. So we just got to keep on going. So all our goal is right now is to dig this thing out and actually be able to lay down some pipe a little bit later. We're using these little survey lines that we have right here to kind of tell us where the pipe is going to go. And we have like a little laser going all the way through it to also help us out. Just kind of keep on digging the dirt and throwing the dirt over there. And what we'll eventually do is bring something back over here to actually move all the dirt, and then of course actually move the level and level it out correctly. Because right now we're just doing a rough dig, and I don't like how little bit of room this side has gotten. All right, there we go. Now I just got to keep coming back with her. It's definitely going to take a little bit of time to kind of get all this area dug out, especially since we're using this big of an excavator. But the good thing about using this big of an excavator is the fact that we're able to dig it up a little bit quicker. We'll have it actually dug out, but that means we're just got more leveling to do and filling in the dirt whenever it comes time to re-put the dirt back in. Kind of dump that over there, take a little bit of a look. It's actually not as bad as I thought. So we are gonna have it plenty deep. My main concern and the reason we are going so deep with it is the fact that we have very cold winters here. I don't want to be replacing this pipe. So we're trying to go deep to kind of keep it in the warmer side. Now, one of the hardest parts about this, I will say, is the fact that this machine is off. You know what I mean, with it being off to the side like it is, I'm having to get used to it like that. And I know it's like that with everything, but I'm trying to get used to using this because I'm not normally running an excavator like this. So far, so good. The grade is going in pretty well. Actually have one little issue with this. This right here may not be deep enough, but we'll find out once we get back up in here and we do a little bit more. We'll kind of see. Now, I could be just dead wrong. I don't know, but it doesn't look like it's going down deep enough. It honestly looks like it's a little bit on the shallow side. All right, let's take a look. Maybe if we angled it more downward for over there. Let me go grab the let me grab the survey and take a look and see how this actually looks from the survey perspective. Let's go ahead and just pick you up right here. Place you right da. Survey says that's right on the nail on the head for it. Oh, I went up with it. Did I need to go -1? That explains a lot right now. So that would actually put me -1 is where I should have been. Because I knew something didn't look right, but honestly, it needs to be lower than -1 for the middle of the field. It needs to probably be, what, -3 going into the middle of the field? Let me go see if that's it. Well, I think this right here is a deep one. Oh, I was not expecting it to go this deep, honestly. Oh Lord, I can't even jump that high. But this means we at least have it going deep enough to when it goes into the field, we don't got to worry about the pipes. So next thing we're going to do is put another one in, and we're going to do this over here. So we'll come right here, put it, oh, right there. So we'll calibrate. We'll apply that. Starting -3 as well for starting. All right, so now we'll take this over here, put it out of our way. Let's go get the excavator over here and see if we can start digging it out. Okay, so after a game crash later, we finally got this thing redug. Pile of dirt over there, everything out of the way. I was able to do it a little bit cleaner this time. So went ahead and got this thing fully dug out. So we got it dug all the way to right here, and went ahead and dug it all the way over here, which this is 3 yards down as well. So we're looking pretty well decent. We just got to go ahead and start getting the pipe laid down. But before we get pipe laid down, I want to put a little bit of like a gravel-ish type material down here just to give it a little bit of a compaction layer. I'm trying to do what I can to make sure it doesn't like move or anything like that while it's down here. There we go. Now we just got to keep on going over that like that. Actually, we'll just go ahead and dump all that right there. And what we'll do is we'll take buckets of that and pretty much unload them directly into the pit every so many yards and get down there and start spreading it out here in a little bit. So I don't know exactly how much gravel we're going to need in each spot. So I'm actually about to stop here for a second, go grab the shovel, start spreading it out, and hopefully here in a little bit we'll have the whole area done so we can move on to the next task. Well, we finally got this thing spread. It actually looks a lot better than I thought it would. It actually spread it out really nice and even over the entire thing. It's got a nice little layer on it. So now we can start putting the pipes down here, and I'm not looking forward to this part. All right. So now all we gotta do is start transporting these pipes and throwing them in the hole. We haven't got everything put together just yet, just kind of laid stuff out to make sure everything fit perfectly. But this is where my expertise kind of comes to limited knowledge. I don't really know what all needs to be done to make sure this is safe for water, because we're gonna have high pressure going through this. I've actually hired somebody to come in here, put the rest of it up, put the pivot up, make sure the pivot works, and to hook up the system over here. I did all the digging to go cover everything up, make everything look pretty again. And then I gotta come in here later and cultivate it up and make it into a field again. So I might as well just go ahead and head on back to the shop and get ready to do some other tasks, because sadly this isn't the only thing we're doing here on the co-op. Trust me, I really wish it was, as long as I've spent doing this thing, but this has been half the day. Okay, so we're loading up the trailer right now with some fungicides and a little bit extra kick for the sunflowers. We have a field to go do, field 88 right here. It's got to be completely sprayed. So I'm loading this up, which it should be. Yep, it is already full. We'll close the back of it and we'll get ready to head on down the road. So I'm going to go drop off the truck first and then we'll come back and get the sprayer. Go ahead and make this turn right here. And we're going to get a pretty good penny off this. So this is a humongous field that we got to get done, but we're using the biggest sprayer, one of the biggest sprayers we got for it. So it should even itself out. So right now we are spraying this field, got the GPS set up for it. We actually are getting a pretty good penny for this. We are getting about $25 an acre. I had to upcharge them a little bit since it's so late in the year and since you need it so crucially done today. And $25 an acre will honestly help us pay for that pivot and pay for more. This will show you how the station control works right here. Right now, all of the other, basically a bit of the boom is in this area right here where we've already sprayed, and only things being sprayed is the parts that we have not sprayed yet. I really like how that works and actually wish they did more realism pieces like that, at least. Well, we're finally done with that. We're going to take this old sprayer back down there, and I've already gotten told they've wrapped up the pivot and we're able to go take a look at it. Hopefully go ahead and start getting the area looking nice. Well, we're finally back to the old shop. Pull up right here and call it there. Let's go ahead and head back over there to the pivot system and see how it looks. I'm expecting it to be fully up operational. They said that they put in a lot of work into getting it up. I'm excited. They said everything's been pressure tested and is ready to go. All I have to do is just turn the pump on, then turn the machine on itself. And oh, that actually looks really good. Oh, good lord, this got a lot of area. Yeah, he's already took off his equipment, which he was the person we were renting from anyway, so I'm fine with that. So all I gotta do down here is turn on the equipment like that and run all the way from over here to all the way over here. Now come over here to the pivot, turn that on as well, and oh, look at there, finally got all the water going. So it should take 20 minutes in total for it to do a complete round trip, which I'm okay with, which we'll go ahead and turn it off real fast, let it return to its original state, and turn that off as well, because we got a lot of minor stuff we got to get done, meaning we got to go ahead and get the cultivator over here and cultivate that area, because we're going to hit it about 2 or 3 times just to make sure that it didn't get over too compacted. Another good part though is with how deep we put it down there, we don't ever have to worry about accidentally hitting it. So we can put some of the deepest rippers in here and we don't got to worry about them. Now do what anybody would do. Lower down to the ground and just hit the area. So we've actually got to hit a couple of areas over here. So first thing I'm going to do is kind of square this off a little bit, because we don't want to go too close, but we don't want to lose too much of our productivity. It's one of those situations where I want to take back as much of the farmland as we can, but I don't really care too much because it's not going to be the most productive land in the world. Now, my biggest worry is going to be getting all of this over here fully knocked back out and turned into a field again. Actually, hold up. This should help me out a lot. Is going over here to this line right there, and it with GPS, turn that on, and there we go. So our GPS line was still on from when we originally hit it, and thank God it didn't update. Yep, and this is what we're all gonna be doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish out this field, get everything cleaned up nice and pretty. Thank you guys for low support you showed to me and the entire family. If you guys like this type of content, want to see more like it, please consider subscribing, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.